All right. I told you guys I'm up to about page 200 of this book, Not Guilty, The Unlawful Prosecution of U.S. Senator Ted Stevens, written by a man by the name of Rob Cary. He's put his phone number, seems to be a stand-up guy. Let's give him a call and leave him a voicemail. 1-202-434-5175. Do you think we found one honest person in the whole United States? You can call him too if you want. Be polite.
Robert Cary is not available. Record your message after the tone. When you've finished, you can hang up or press 1 for more options.
Rob Cary, my name is Rudy Davis. I'm a Bible-believing follower of the Lord Jesus Christ. My phone number is 972-839-9848. I'm a 50-year-old Texan. I've not one time in my entire life met one honest lawyer. I'm hoping you're the first. I've not only read your book, Not Guilty, The Unlawful Prosecution of U.S. Senator Ted Stevens, I've also read Sidney Powell, License to Lie, Exposing Corruption in the Department of Justice. I am a friend of a man who is in prison right now, Schaeffer Cox. The man who put him in prison is Joseph Bottini. Joseph Bottini, we both know, is a wicked, corrupt prosecutor. I have spent the last 5 months, spent nearly 1,000 hours studying the case of Schaeffer Cox. I have a YouTube playlist. I have put up over 550 videos, more than that actually, demonstrating the innocence and the wicked corruption within the Department of Justice that has put Schaeffer Cox in prison. Not only withholding exculpatory evidence, but using known perjured testimony and manipulating FBI entrapment with paid government witnesses. I have a mountain of information, and it's just about to break nationwide. I guarantee you there is going to be a movie made about Schaeffer Cox, and my concern is that fancy trial lawyers like Sidney Powell and Hank Schulke, who have stood up for vice presidents and directors, and they stand up for senators, but they will not stand up for the son of a Baptist minister whose father attended West Point. Like I said, I have put up over 550 videos. I communicate with Schaeffer regularly. He's in a CMU prison in order to limit his communication because they are terrified that his story is about to break loose. But I have dedicated my life to making sure people know about Schaeffer Cox. And there has been radio interviews. We're going to be writing to our congressman, and I'm looking for one honest lawyer to look into his case. And like I said, I see your email address on this website that I just found today. I'm going to be sending you emails, sir. I pray that you look into it. I pray that you look into, we have proven that Stephen E. Scrocky lied as the Department of Justice during the trial. We have proven that they destroyed audio evidence which would have cleared Schaeffer Cox from any wrongdoing. They prosecuted him for conspiring to murder federal officials. They trumped up weapons charges against him. You know why they went against Schaeffer Cox? It was the same reason they went against Senator Ted Stevens, because he was a bump in the road to the agenda of the Obama administration. And Schaeffer Cox ran for the Alaska State House of Representatives in 2008. He got 38% of the vote. He was a charismatic leader, and he drew people to his message of liberty, the Second Amendment, the militia, and he was getting public attention, and a lot of people were listening to his message. He was not conspiring to murder anybody. That was all lies. I can prove it. Schaeffer Cox is a completely innocent man, but he doesn't have any money. He's not a senator. He's not a vice president of a company. He's not working for the Fortune 500. And so my concern is that Judge Emmett Sullivan, Hank Schulke, Sidney Powell, Brenda Morris, Joseph Bottini, Nick Marsh, who committed suicide, by the way, that we have an entire corrupt judicial system, and they have ignored men like Schaeffer Cox, who's sitting in prison for the past 6 years as an innocent man. He's going to spend 26 years, 27 years in prison if somebody doesn't do anything, and I'm making it my life's goal to get the word out, and I just need one honest lawyer. Is there one honest lawyer left in America? I'm hoping you're the man. Can you be the hero that we need you to be? Like I said, I'm concerned that Karen Loeffler has sold out. I have evidence of emails that were sent by Stephen Scrocky, who was using a paid government informant. This paid government informant ran drugs for Hell's Angels. Not only that, he was facing his own life sentence. This paid government informant named Gerald J.R. Olson had an incentive to lie. And he did lie on the witness stand, and Scrocky knew that he lied. Yvonne Lamoureux knew that he lied. And Schaeffer Cox had a kangaroo court, just like happened in Vanity Fair in a trial that was run by Beelzebub in Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan. And Karen Loeffler knew it, and she still went after Schaeffer Cox, and she still today refuses to do anything about it. And when the innocent, the Bible talks about do not abandon your brothers in bonds in Hebrews 13. It says when Peter denied Jesus 3 times and Jesus' eyeballs locked eyeball with Peter, how do you think Peter felt? Because Peter said, I will never deny you. But that's what we got in this country, is we have Christian men running away when the state labels them a criminal. And I can't find anybody who will stand up for justice. And you may think that I may sound a little excited, but I am a little excited because my friend's in prison, and he's separated from his 2 beautiful children. He's separated from his family who loves him. And I know that he's innocent. I know that your book is true. I know that Sidney Powell's book is true.
Recording time allowed. If you are satisfied with your recording, press 1. To review it, press 2. To delete and re-record your message. To send your message now, press 1. To mark it as important, press 2. To mark as private, press 3. Message marked important. To send your message now, press 1. To remove important. Message sent. To disconnect, press 1. To enter another number.
All right, I'm going to put up Rob Cary's picture, his email address, and his phone number. He wrote this book. And he writes it from the perspective that he's a good guy trying to expose justice. Let's see how much of a good guy he is. Look, his email address is rcary@wc.com. Flood this man with information about Schaeffer Cox. It's possible that he's never heard about him because he's only known it from Senator Ted Stevens. But in his book, he writes about what would somebody do if they didn't have legal representation like Senator Ted Stevens. A senator has access to the best lawyers in our country. But what about Schaeffer Cox, who doesn't have access to any lawyers, except a public defender that may not have a good interest in his case? Listen, this man, Rob Cary, he may be our key to helping Schaeffer Cox. Please call him, be polite, send him emails. Thank you for your help.